Alrighty, what's up guys? Sharknado back with a brand new video. Welcome to today's gaming setup video. Finally, I'm here, I'm recording the 2019-2020 gaming setup video. Totally intended to do it in the end of 2019 like I did it in the end of 2018, but some things didn't arrive on time. They got held up with the shipping, so kind of got delayed. So here we are today, finally in January, posting the gaming setup video. The setup I'm rocking with currently at the moment is kind of similar to the 2018 setup that I had. I have made some changes, so if you saw the 2018 setup, don't worry, there is some changes. If you didn't see the 2018 setup and this is the first time seeing a Sharknado's gaming tour, that's good. It's going to be new to you. But I kind of wanted to make this video today because, all being well, throughout this year 2020 I'll be making some serious changes to the gaming setup. So I kind of want to post this video so that I can reflect back on it in time to come, and remember how it was through the end of 2019, beginning of 2020. So just remember that this is a setup that's taken me quite a few years to build. So if you watch this video and you're planning to make a gaming setup, or you want to kind of copy something that I might have done, this took me quite a few years to build. I'm not some big YouTuber that gets a heap of money and can put it all into my gaming setup. This isn't a big YouTuber setup. Like, there are some pretty fancy gaming setups on the internet, but I'm pretty happy with what I have at the moment. It's starting to take shape. So if you guys enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'm gonna try and make this as quick as possible and as least boring as possible, and I hope you guys really enjoy it. Alright, so we're going to start at the front here. I'm going to try and put all the details that I need to when it comes to the monitors, the PCs, everything. I'm going to try and put everything that I need to on the screen because I already know I'm going to forget something. Anyway, here we go. We have the gaming chair. This is the same gaming chair that I had in the last video. Funny, after I made the last video, the next day this thing broke, and hasn't quite been the same since. I've done what I can to fix it. I really do need a new gaming chair. It's just holding on. It really has seen better days. So I'm hoping when I make this video, nothing will break tomorrow. But yeah, this is just a cheap gaming chair that I bought off of a website called My Deal. Nothing fancy, no DX Racer, Vertigear, all that type of stuff. None of that. It's just some cheap thing, and it has served me well, except for when it got cursed after the last gaming setup video. So really hoping nothing goes wrong there. Alright, moving down here we have the PC. So I haven't made any changes to last year, and I'm going to try and bring everything up on the screen right now because I can't really remember everything. So it's got the GIGABYTE NVIDIA Geforce 1070 graphics card in it. It's an Intel Core i7. It's got one 256GB Samsung SSD, and then two 1TB hard drives, 16GB of RAM. Down the bottom here we've got the Elgato HD60 Pro. There is some new capture cards on the market at the moment, like some 4K ones and everything. I don't really think I have to upgrade to that just yet. That capture card is all that I need at the moment. If you're wondering what the HD60 is, that is what I use to record all the console gameplay on. So yeah, I've got some extra SSD slots in there at the moment that I really think that I should utilize, because as you can see at the moment I've got some hard drives at the back there, and it probably would be a bit more efficient just to buy some SSDs. They're more expensive though, which is kind of what I've held back on, but still, don't worry about the cable management back here. It's always going to be messy behind a PC. There's always a bunch of cables, particularly with my setup, with all the new stuff and all the recording equipment that I've got. There's a bunch of cables, and that is kind of looking a little, I'm trying not to show it, but it's looking a bit better than what it was. So as you can see, there are LED lighting. I've got LED lighting along the bottom and along the back, kind of the same as last year as well. It just looks really nice, particularly in the dark. It looks really nice, and I think I could see some other ways I could utilize LEDs, particularly in the background of the camera, for streaming and everything, which is something that I want to change. So I'm flashing all this LED lighting and I'm showing you already what's on the desk. So we're going to start over here with the Turtle Beach Elite Pro 2nd edition, or version 2. Last year I didn't have these, I had the 1st edition. Funny story, those also broke after the video I made. Literally within 2 days they broke. They kind of just snapped up here. So the 2nd edition doesn't have all plastic along the top there, which is good, because I was really upset that those broke. They're really good. It's a really good headset, and I haven't had any faults, and I'm hoping this video doesn't curse it. So down here we have the version 1 mix amp that came with the Turtle Beach Elite Pro Series 1. I did get a mix amp with the new headset, but I decided to use this just because it's easier to use for streaming with all this stuff. The new one's kind of different. It all works on Bluetooth. You change the volumes, and the mix amp kind of is on an app on your phone, which isn't so easy for streaming. And so I purely use this for streaming. And I'm really happy with it. This is so good. The remote that I got here is just for the LED lights, and this is just the sensor for the remote, and that's just the control box for all the LEDs. So nothing too much to worry about there. This is just for you. This is just the plug-in for the Logitech speakers that I have in the back there. They're the same as last year. I'll bring up on the screen right now what version they are. They're nothing special. They're just some cheap speakers that I occasionally use. Here we have the Stream Deck. I love this addition to the setup, and I'm so happy I got it. So this basically, at the moment I've got an RGB function, which makes it look super cool. I can change it. So when I'm not streaming, I just leave it on the RGB function. I think it just looks really cool. And if you don't know what this is, basically it just means that I can change scenes a lot smoother. I've got a Spotify function on here, which means I can change music easily, pause and unpause and all that. I have timestamps on there, the clip button if I want to clip something in stream. It just makes everything a whole lot more professional when it comes to streaming. It's not imperative that you have it, but it is really nice to have, and it does make things a lot more professional. So this you can have in different sizes. This is the medium size, the 15 button one. You can get a 3 button one, and then you can get the XL, which I don't know how many buttons it has, but it's huge. But the 15 button one really works for me. It's all I need. So also over here we have the same keyboard that I've had for a little while, the Razer Black Widow Ultimate 2016 version keyboard. I don't do a whole lot of PC gaming. I really wish I did more, but it's a really good keyboard. I can't fault it. There's been no problems for me with it, and yeah, it's been great. Over here we have the Razer Death Adder Chroma. Also something that I've had for a little while. It's a great mouse. Would totally recommend it, and I don't really know what else to say about it. It's a great mouse. It's served me well. So yeah. Over here we have the Optic Gaming Scuff Impact Controller. Totally bought this before all what happened with Optic. I really used to like Optic when it was back when it was Hex's Optic and all that. Not really the Optic that it is now, but still, nonetheless, it's a really cool controller. Scuff controllers are great. I would recommend them. PlayStation recently announced something that would mean that they also had their controllers would have these, not the paddles on the back, but they would have buttons on the back, which kind of makes scuffs irrelevant. It'll be interesting to see what happens with that, but these scuffs are really good. If you don't know what these paddles are on the back, basically they're just these buttons, X, circle, triangle and square, and they're really good for Call of Duty and all of that. I can't speak highly enough of scuffs. It was the best decision I ever made in buying one. And yeah, so up the back here we have the Nintendo Switch, brand new. Super happy I bought this. I bought this purely for some of the ideas that I have for streaming in 2020. So I'll be utilizing that a bit more in 2020. It's going to be great. And then also you may have seen here that there's this big stand, and that there is no stands beneath any of the monitors. That is because I've bought a monitor stand. and such a clutch play. It's so good. I'm happy with it. I bought this off of eBay. Monitor stands are typically pretty expensive, so I managed to get this one for a really good price. And yeah, if you're trying to utilize more space on your desk, monitor stands, getting them up off the desk and only having the one stand is such a clutch play. It is so good, and I'm really happy that I bought one. So the monitors here, we have the BenQ 24-inch monitor. As I said earlier, I'll bring up everything that I need to on the screen. I think it's got a 1 millisecond response time, and this is a 26 model, I think. So it's served me for a little while, and I would hope that it's got a few years left on its lifetime. It's a really good monitor. I can't fault it at all. Over here we have the brand new monitor. This is the one that held me up in making this video. It took forever to actually ship to my place for some reason, and it's really clear, super crisp. It's so nice. It's a 2019 model Asus 24-inch monitor. It's super nice. If you're looking for a brand new monitor and you're looking for the 24-inch monitor, this is the one to get, man. So good. I'm really happy with it. This is the original Asus monitor that I used to have in the middle. It's now moved around to the side here. This monitor is the reason that I ended up going with this one, was because of how much I like this one. The color, everything about these monitors is just so great, and I would definitely recommend. So up the top here we have the Logitech C920 webcam. This is a 1080p 30 FPS webcam. Same as what I used to use last year in the last setup video. It's a really good webcam, and it's basically what everybody uses at this point. People are starting to upgrade to DSLR cameras and all that, but this is all that I use at the moment, and I can't fault it. It's served me so well. This is the new addition to the setup. So this is a studio light. So anyone that's been around my channel for a while knows that I used to have a big bright window in the back of all my videos, and it really sucked. I was complaining about it in the last setup video I made. I ended up buying blackout curtains for that, and that fixed my problem in all the light that was coming through the back of the camera. But then also created another problem in that I would be super dark on stream or super dark in videos, and it really didn't look good. So the studio light just helps to make things look a little bit more professional. If you're wondering what this thing is here, you can just unscrew this off and you'll be able to put a camera in there or whatever. You can put a mic if you wanted to. Mostly utilized for cameras, and I don't have that at the moment. I just have it on top of the monitor just because it's a bit closer and I don't really need it this high. But yeah, the option's there if I need it. Over here we have the same as what we had last year. So we got the Rode microphone arm, and we have the Blue Snowball mic, and just your pop filter, just a cheap $20 pop filter that I picked up off of eBay. If you're looking to get a pop filter, it's not absolutely essential. What it really does is just like, it takes the fuzz out of speaking. Like when you're saying S's and P's, anything that starts with an S or a P, sometimes you can blow into the mic while you're speaking and it'll sound really bad. So this is basically what that stops. You don't really need this big fancy brand pop filter. Like a cheap one like this does just fine. And then the Blue Snowball mic has served me well, and it is a pretty good quality mic. Something that I'm planning to upgrade this year because I have some stream ideas that I want to do, and this one won't quite cut what I have in plan, so I'm probably going to upgrade that sometime this year. Alright, so there it is. That's my 2019/2020 gaming setup video. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If I missed anything or you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments section below. I'm more than happy to help. I hope I didn't miss too many things, and I hope that it turned out alright. It wasn't too boring for you. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to leave a like if you did. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next video.